Yesterday when I was having lunch, a doctor told me a great phrase and she gave me permission to steal it, which is retention is your pension. So remember that one. I like that. And that's exactly what Toby was saying. So I'm now going to invite Joe to come and talk to you guys. And this is the big opportunity that I mentioned, because this is all about membership models and how that might become your pension. So over to you, Joe.
Thank you. Can we have the clicker somewhere?
Yes.
Yes, there we go. Okay, hello everyone. Today we're going to be talking about membership models and tools for increasing revenue and patient value. Hopefully now we're starting to get an understanding of the importance of retention, but how do we actually do it? Okay, so this is what we're going to be breaking down today. Ultimately, my name is Joe Leake. I'm the co-founder of Dermis. What I'm going to be talking about today is how you can achieve compounding growth. Okay, and this is where the growth you have this month is saved. The growth you have next month is stacked on top of the growth you had this month, allowing you to actually sustainably grow your business. We're also going to be covering, surprisingly, how to get patients better results without investing in a new device or investing in any new staff training. I'm also going to tell you a bit about how you can triple the valuation of your clinic, and also what certain memberships look like and we're going to go into a bit more detail around that. And all of that is without investing into any form of marketing or even needing to acquire a single extra patient. See, there are so many ways to actually grow your business. You know, you have marketing agencies, you have ads, SEO, new websites. Some of you may have even bought a new device thinking that that is what's gonna get you new patients and actually grow your business. But if we strip it all back, in reality, there are only two core principles to actually focus on. And focusing on one without the other is going to leave you stuck. And I'm assuming some of you guys may be feeling stuck today, so we're going to break this down. So to grow your business, we have option one, which is increase the number of new clients coming to your clinic. And we have option two, which is increasing the average transaction size per patient per visit, and then increasing the amount of visits that your clinic actually receives. Now, if we look at this in more detail, see, if we increase the number of new clients we get, we increase the amount of no-shows, the amount of operational complexity, cancellations, staff, treatment rooms, inventory, more marketing, more headaches. Whereas if we focus on option two, if we increase the amount we're actually getting from each client, we're able to get more profit per client. Less clients, more profit, better client relationships. Clients actually go further with their treatment journey. So this is what we're going to be going into. And when I say that some of you may be feeling stuck, it's because your business is a bucket, and your bucket is leaking. You may not realize that. And you're trying to grow your business by filling up this bucket and blaming the tap, like your marketing, your social media content. What you don't realize is that there's a massive hole in the bottom, so it's not going anywhere. And with patient retention, as we've heard today, this is how we can stop the bucket from leaking, which means when you do try and fill up your bucket, you will actually grow. So the number one way to actually retain clients is via memberships. And this is what we're going to be breaking down today and going into more detail around. Why do memberships matter? Well, 7 out of 10 patients want an ongoing membership for aesthetic treatments. We've got 7 out of 10 clients saying they want this, but hardly any of you actually offering it to them. There's this gap in the market that's starting to form. 78% of millennials prefer a membership pricing model. A millennial is up to 44 years old. The biggest portion of this market is between 30 and 45. Members spend 44% more than non-members. And actually from our own data from the clinics we work with, we see 300% more. And I'm going to be breaking that down as to why we see that later on. And finally, businesses with a strong monthly recurring revenue base receive a 2 to 3 times greater valuation than those who don't. Okay, and let me give you an example. So let's say MedSpa A turns over 1 million a year. And MedSpa B turns over the same amount of revenue, but 40% of their sales is made up of annual recurring revenue because they have a membership program. How does this affect the valuation? Well, Medspa A is 1.2 million. Medspa B is 3.5 million. They make the same amount of revenue per year. Okay, now obviously that's the difference in retirement and a pension, but ultimately there's a reason behind that. You know, why is it valued so much more? It's because it's more predictable, more consistent, ultimately easier to grow. I'm assuming that some of you guys here want that today. The good news is that memberships are already everywhere. And I want to see a show of hands, okay? Who here currently has a subscription or membership to a business yourself? Okay, everyone, okay? So ultimately, this is the result of the subscription-based pricing model increasing by 430% in recent years. This is how consumers are starting to buy things. Now, subscription-based pricing model on the global economy scale aside, the truth is this perfectly aligns with actually achieving skin-based outcomes, you know, because there's that element of long-term commitment and consistency, which is why the skinscription economy is already a thing. You know, we have companies like Skin and Me and Get Harley, all valued at over 50 million. And I want to reframe something. See, a lot of you guys think that the product you are selling is the treatment. And that's not correct, okay? When was the last time that you booked a flight with no destination? Like you just wanted to get on a flight? Never, okay? It's all tied to the vacation. See, the treatment is the flight to actually get them the product, which is what you want, which is the vacation, which is the outcome. It's fully addressing their concerns. So if we are selling the treatment itself, we are basically doing the client a disservice because the result they actually want and what they actually want to subscribe towards is fully achieving those concerns, fully achieving that outcome. And the truth of the matter is that there's over 5,000 aesthetic and skin clinics in the US offering memberships. So what happens when a patient subscribes? Well, clients stay more consistent. You know, if clients are staying more consistent with their journey, what happens? They get better results. Average patient value increases by what we see 300%. You know, so if they're visiting you more, buying more, they're going to get better results. And when we put those two together, we get more visits, higher spend, leading to a closer relationship with our clients, meaning they're going to review us, refer us more. And because we've proven that we can deliver on the promises on the product that we actually want to deliver on, which is addressing their concerns, they're going to trust us more. So when we present IV drip or maybe some body sculpting thing that's adjacent to skin, they're going to have that trust, so they're going to upsell. Okay? So we asked our clinic partners to ask their members, why did you choose a membership program? And out of 116 patients, these were the 3 most common answers. Number 1, more value, okay? For every pound someone is spending, they're getting more in return. Now, obviously in secret, they're spending more total, but that's because we reframed from selling the treatment to selling the outcome and what's required to get there. Convenience and expert guidance. You know, you guys can form your own membership program, you know, aligned to a specific concern. They can sit back, ride the wave. They just pay every month. They get access to your membership pricing, which we'll get onto more later. And lastly, they want to commit, okay? So because as the medical professional yourself, instead of selling the membership, you educated them around the anatomy of the skin. This is a long-term commitment. So you've embodied the protocol at your clinic of if someone has this concern and they want it addressed, they're going to need to buy your membership. And clients understand that and they want it. So how do we do it? You know, how do we do this? We're talking all things patient retention, but what is an actionable membership example that you guys can take from today and implement tomorrow? We like to call it the skinscription membership, okay? It's £150 a month, and there's a 12-month minimum commitment attached to that for obvious reasons. They get a choice. We're giving members the choice to choose one treatment every month from a pool of treatments. It's might be a hydrofacial, chemical peel, microneedling, LED light therapy, or any treatment that you want to include, they can choose. Annual milestone bonus, are we rewarding clients for going on their treatment journey? When they finish their 12-month membership, do we throw something in at the end as that milestone bonus? Access to your membership only pricing. This is preferred pricing, but for your members only. Harrods do this. Harrods do not discount to clients who have never shopped with Harrods. You have to go up the spend level to get access to your exclusive pricing model. And people are paying monthly to have access to it, encouraging them to spend more. Sign up bonus. 100% of, there's a £100 Amazon gift card that you can include. The clinics that use, there will be a better time to take a picture of the slide, I will tell you when, but they include this Amazon gift card. Having that instantaneous reward that clients can get just from joining massively helps you sell your membership, especially in the beginning when it's all very new. Obviously, you can do things like free hydrofacial, free welcome box, free tretinoin cream. Actually, one of our clients do all four because they understand the power of memberships. Now is a good time to take a picture. Other benefits include, front of line booking. Unfortunately, I don't have the time to go into all of these benefits, but we will be answering questions at the end. So the memberships make sense for the anatomy. They make sense for the patient. They make sense for the clinic. So why haven't we done it yet? Why do memberships fail? Okay, number one, patients don't stay engaged with it. How many of you guys have had a gift card in the past and lost it or just forgotten about it? I definitely have, yeah. So if we're out of sight, we're out of mind. This is generally for all your patients, but also if someone's paying this every month, they need to understand the benefits that they are getting attached to their membership. Otherwise, they're going to try and cancel. Number two, there's no coordinated sales process. See, my assumption today is that some of you guys at your clinic have a culture around fully addressing concerns. So what is happening is that your staff, or potentially you, are presenting memberships as an option rather than protocol. You are doing your clients a disservice by selling them that one-off treatment because the client thinks that's going to get them the result. Now the protocol is around joining the membership program, becoming a member, and actually getting the result. Credit card failure, when we've got 300 members paying every month, credit cards do fail. How are we managing that? What leverage points do we have over our members to make sure they refresh their card in a timely format? And you're missing the all-in-one system. Patient retention is, as we know, is all about data tracking. There's obviously KPIs that you need to track like LTV, but also the patient journey. When was the last time they visited you, bought a treatment? If it was Botox, that 3-month mark, we need to be tracking that. When was the last time they claimed a reward and a loyalty point? Whatever it is, we need oversight, which is why we created Dermis. So Dermis empowers medical and non-medical clinics with their own rewards and membership app. Why an app? Well, do we know what the most valuable real estate in the world is? It's not Harley Street, hate to say it to you guys. It's your client's mobile phone screen, the lock screen and home screen. We have 4.5 hours per day is spent on the mobile phone, but 88% of that time is spent on apps. Now you might be thinking, well, I'm on Instagram, but so is all of your competition. Starbucks was on Instagram. There's a reason why they invested millions into building their own Starbucks rewards app, is because that went on to make up 40% of the whole of their revenue base here in the UK. So with Dermis, this is your app, this is your brand, your colors. Your patients will not know that this is Dermis, this is your app. What can you do on the app? Well, you can sell memberships. Everybody who's signed up to Dermis to date sees their average patient spend increase by 300%. People are buying more treatments, getting better results. Time-sensitive tap to unwrap offers. They're proven to convert at almost 500% more than email and SMS. How many emails do we have in our inbox right now that are unopened? SMS is really expensive, especially at scale. Now we can send custom branded push notifications straight to the lock screen to as many people as we want, as many times as we want, for free. With your app, pre and post care instructions, before and after images, what does this treat, descriptions, blog articles, Instagram posts, everything can be seen on your app. You can become an app-based clinic now. Rewards, there's a reason why people don't review, refer, or do anything for your business, or at least as much as you like them to, is because you don't incentivize them to. But I don't blame you, because it's not normal just to offer a discount because someone left you a review. So now with your app, you can offer loyalty points for that. When they refer someone, when they review you, how many points do they get? That stacks up over the year. You launch rewards to their app, which they can claim and use their points against. So that's enough about us. For those of you who want to join this skinscription economy and go all in on patient retention, we have 3 ACE exclusive bonuses, which you might have seen right outside the door. So as I say, Amazon gift cards are a massive key to success. So we invest into your success when you join Dermis. We send you £2,000 worth of Amazon gift cards, which is £2,100, for you to offer to the first 20 members who join your membership program. You know, if your membership is £200 a month and you have 20 Amazon gift cards, it skyrockets you to £4,000 a month over the next 12 months every month. Or we'll send you a Louis Vuitton handbag for you to conduct a giveaway for anybody who joins the membership program in the first month or 2 months, enters into a chance to win this handbag. Secondly, instead of waiting 30 days for your app, you'll have it next week. We're building it really quick for anyone who signs up at ACE. And we'll send you the banners to stay top of mind, so when someone comes into clinic, they can scan the QR code and download your rewards and loyalty app. But unfortunately, we're not made of money. We can only afford to make a loss on a certain amount of clinics. So this is available for the next 5 clinics. But if you don't want those bonuses and you would prefer just to schedule a call with myself next week, scan this QR code and book in a call. My recommendation is that you come straight to our stand right outside the door, and I can break this down in more detail. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Joe. So, hands up who's thinking about memberships now for their practice. There you go.
I'm just
I know, do you know, I've been thinking about this for ages. And I'm just, yeah.
I'm just so
I
lucky
didn't bother to set it all up myself.
I've been looking for this for ages,
Okay.
and it's like you're the answer to, yeah, you scratched my itch.
Okay.
So, but I'm so excited.
Sarah, so before you started using Dermis, you weren't implementing any sort of membership program.
Yeah.
What was it that you were uncomfortable about beforehand, and why did you just decide to transition to the membership model?
So the biggest challenge clinic owners have, like myself, is the fact that we're always trying to retain our patients. And I noticed that our repeat revenue and also presentation to the clinic was starting to decline. So without actually actioning any marketing efforts, I looked at other things like membership. And this was something that I knew I could encourage my patients to not only come back to the clinic on a monthly basis, but also would very much support my ethos of improving patient satisfaction rates by delivering treatment plans and protocols rather than one-off treatments.
So you're basically saying that you chose memberships to present to patients as more of a protocol rather than just presenting these one-off treatments. Why is that?
Because as we know as clinicians, we're always looking for solutions to problems, and these solutions do take time. So trying to explain to patients today that they have to come 1, 6, or 12 times per year, this is really encouraging them to have a membership, to really increase that retention rate. They have a loyalty system built into it, and they feel like they're a part of a community as well.
Yeah. Because I think the community aspect of it, it's like, you know, at your clinic, you might have this culture, I mean, assuming you do, of having a culture around fully addressing concerns.
Yeah.
And I think what you're doing here is you're starting to build not so much a culture, but more of a community, where the culture of your clinic is now extending into your patient base, which I think is really exciting. So you've been in the business for years now.
Yeah.
So what is it specifically about membership that makes you excited about the future for SLA Medical?
Yeah, I think there's a few things. I think as a business owner, I'm really excited about having that reliable, steady income, because as we know, there's nothing more powerful than being able to budget and when you're a clinic owner, be able to put funds in certain areas to elevate your business. But on top of that, being a practitioner and coaching my practitioners to be able to deliver results. And we know that we cannot promise results if we are only seeing our patients 1 or 3 times per year.
Yeah.
So that for me is really exciting to be able to give them that opportunity, but equally give them all the benefits that they get and make them feel truly valued.
Okay, so you're very established. A lot of people watching this interview today may feel that they are nowhere near you. However, you've just started Grit and Glam, which is a consulting company where you help clinics grow their business and with all things operations, marketing, building a brand. So why do you think that the smaller clinics would consider implementing a membership?
So it's a really good question, because at every stage of your business and every facet, whether that might be as a startup, you're scaling, you're growing, or you're exiting, having that membership not only solidifies that revenue, and when you're newly to the industry, that's quite scary, not knowing what type of revenue is going to come through the door. So if you're establishing yourself as a membership clinic from the very beginning, this can be really vital to your ongoing success. Building that culture from the beginning is not actually going to be as difficult sometimes as to converting patients. So you have a real competitive advantage if you're newly into the industry, if you're working out of one room, but equally if you're scaling yourself into your own clinic.
Before joining Dermis, you had never tried selling memberships in the past. Why is that?
So we tried to dabble a little bit in doing our own type of skin plans, but for me it was the manpower. It was really difficult to manage the payments, the declined payments, or the fact that the patients weren't really being very, how can I say it, authentic with us as well. So Dermis took that off our hands. Dermis really takes everything and puts it into a complete package, which reduces my manpower, my labor costs, and also then my clinic can actually focus on what really matters, and I can leave Dermis to do all the operational things in the background.
How important is it to you as a clinic owner to maintain the culture around fully addressing concerns rather than just selling this one-off treatment like approach?
This is the evolution of the success of your business. If you are not selling protocols and you're talking about treatment plans and addressing those solutions in an in-depth assessment and consultation, not only are you doing yourself a disservice, but you're really not looking after the best interests of your patient. You're not getting to the underlying reason of why they're presenting.
Yeah. So you mentioned there about treatment plans. So obviously, you can sell a one-off treatment or you can present a treatment plan. Why did you choose memberships as opposed to the treatment plan route?
So the treatment plan does actually work synergistically with the membership. So although I'm talking about treatment plans, the best way to implement that is through a membership, because that really gets the patient thinking that not only are they coming on a monthly basis for us to address other issues, but we can equally divert them into other areas of the business as well. And that helps them long-term build their treatment plan and again, address that solution.
Yeah. So have you ever tried selling paid in full treatment plans? Like where you collect a big sum of money up front?
Yeah, this only works for a really small portion of your company and your clientele. And actually that still exists. But as I say, a business on a whole should have multi-facets to it.
So from this conversation, I think we've established there's this importance around maintaining culture at your clinic and selling protocols rather than just these one-off treatments. But what it sounds like is that currently clinics are stuck between either selling the one-off treatment or selling this massive treatment plan, and that gap in between doesn't exist. So would you say that that is one of the reasons you chose memberships?
Absolutely. It really fills that void. And so we're not going from one extreme to the next. And we're looking at the masses of our market, and it appeals to the biggest demographic in our business, and it will do in the entire aesthetics industry.
Sarah, thank you for joining us at ACE. It's been a pleasure having you here. We've got 2 bottles of champagne down there.
Let's go.
I think we should spray it off the balcony.
Imagine, they can all clean their faces with a hydrofacial.
Exactly. Perfect. Let's do it.